Hey art friends, today we're going to draw a Nutcracker.
For Christmas.
Yes, for Christmas. Nutcrackers are really cool, huh?
Yeah.
You ready to start? Got your marker?
Yeah.
I like your hat. Now the cool thing about this lesson is we're going to draw the Nutcracker without a lot of the details. And then you guys at home can pause the video and add your own details because there's a lot of different kinds of Nutcrackers, different designs, different colors. So this is a really cool project to do half of it with us and then half using your own creativity and your own imagination. You ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay, first step, we're going to start by drawing his head and his hat. And we're going to draw an H up at the top of our paper. So we're going to draw two lines. We're going to draw straight down, draw a big H like this. Straight down, two lines straight down. And that's for the side of his head and his hat.
Okay.
You want me to give you dots?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can start right here and go all the way down to there. And then we can start over here and go all the way down to there.
Okay.
And we can do this right up close to the top of the paper. We're going to use up all of the paper. Good. Now let's draw the cross part of the H. So draw a line that goes all the way across. Nice job. Now we can draw the top of his hat too. So we'll connect the top of the H. I'm going to make these lines come down just a little further so that his head is bigger. And then I'm going to connect the bottom. But when we connect the bottom, we're going to go past. Oops. Make it a little wobbly. There we go. See how we went a little past?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to start over here and go all the way over to there.
Okay.
Yes. Good job. Okay, now let's draw his body. We're going to draw a curve that comes down and curves in. Is that cool? So we draw a point. We can put a point down here if we want a little guide, and we draw a curve that comes down and connects to that.
Okay.
And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Draw a curve that comes in for his waist. Good. And then let's connect the bottom. And then we can draw two more lines, shorter lines. This is for his belt. Straight down on each side. And then we'll connect the bottom of his belt. Starting to look like a Nutcracker, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're going to draw the bottom of his jacket. We're going to draw two curves that come out, back out. So there's one. And then we'll draw the same thing on the other side. Curves out. And then let's connect the bottom again.
Okay.
Good job. Now let's draw his legs. And then we're going to draw really long lines that start right here and they come straight down. And then we're going to stop so that we can draw the base of the Nutcracker down here. So I'm going to draw another line on this side, the same length. And this is for his legs, his pants.
Okay.
So we start there, come all the way down. Let's stop right there.
Okay.
Yes. One on the other side. And then we're going to do the same thing we did up on his shoulders. We're going to connect down here at the bottom, but we're going to go past on each side. And that's for his base, the base that he's standing on. Good. Okay, and then we'll draw shorter lines on each side. And then connect that at the very bottom. Perfect. Now, if we ever go too fast, what can our friends do?
Pause the video.
Yes, you guys can always pause the video if you need extra time. Okay, let's draw the inside of his legs next. So we're going to come up here and we'll draw another line straight down for the inside of his left leg. So we can start right there, go all the way down. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side for his right leg. Inside of this leg, straight down. Perfect. Good job. Okay, now let's draw his arms. And we're going to draw a line right here on his shoulder. And it's going to come all the way down and we can connect it to the bottom of his jacket.
Okay.
Yes. And then we're going to draw a line, a short line that comes out at the bottom and also at the top. Up there. And we want those to be the same length. Good. Yes. And then let's draw the outside of his arm and connect those two lines. Now let's draw that same shape. What shape is that?
A rectangle.
Yes, it's a rectangle. Good job. Okay, we're going to draw that same shape over here. We're going to draw a line down. It's good to repeat steps because then we can practice. And then we're going to draw the top line. And we want that to be the same length as the line over here that we drew and the bottom line. And then we'll connect the outside.
Okay.
There we go. Straight down.
Down.
Yeah. Okay, what's he missing?
His arm. I mean his hand.
Yeah, he's missing his hands. We're going to draw a circle at the bottom of the rectangle. There's one hand, and then I'm going to draw a circle over here the same size for his other hand. Okay, let's draw his mouth next, and that's what makes him a cool nutcracker, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to draw a little rectangle at the bottom of his head. So we're going to draw two lines that are short that come up like this. So two little lines that are right there inside of his head. And then we're going to connect the top. There's another rectangle, huh? We got a lot of rectangles.
It looks like a robot.
It does look like a robot. And then we're going to draw a longer rectangle that comes straight down. Well, we'll just do two lines that come straight down all the way to the bottom. To his waist.
To his belt.
Yeah, his belt. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to draw the bottom of his mouth. We'll draw another line that comes across. And then let's draw the teeth. So one line right down the middle. And then we'll split this side in half with another line. And then split the other side in half. And there's his teeth. Okay, now this is a great place for you guys at home to stop the video. Use your own imagination to add creative details and make your nutcracker look really cool. Now, if you want to, you can keep the video going and follow along with us because we're going to add our details.
Yeah.
You ready to do that? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's first add his eyes. Okay, we're going to come up here and we're going to draw two lines right here at the top of his head. So we're going to add... There's one line and then another line over here. Kind of looks like he's sleeping, huh? Oh, he's sleepy nutcracker.
I am sleepy man.
Sleepy man. And then in the middle of that line, let's draw a circle. This is for his pupil.
Now he's awake.
Yeah, now he's awake. And I'm going to do that on both sides. Good. Now, inside of that, let's add one more circle, a small circle, for the light reflecting in his eyes, and then we can color in the bigger one. Now let's draw the bottom of his eyes. We're going to draw a U shape. Comes down and back up. Down on one side and back up on the other. Perfect. Okay, now let's draw another rectangle for his nose. We're going to draw an L in between his eyes. Good. And then we'll draw the top of his nose and then connect down. Does look like a robot. Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's add some eyebrows. We're going to add a line and up.
He's a man.
He's a man. And then we'll draw a diagonal line across. And then we can color that in. Let's repeat those same steps for his other eyebrow. A short line down and then across his eye. And then a diagonal line to connect it. And then color it in. Perfect. Okay, now let's draw his mustache. Can't be a nutcracker without a mustache.
Mustache.
So right here under his nose, we're going to draw a backward C and a frontward C. Right next to each other. It's not done. We're going to make it a fancy mustache. Good job. Okay, now we can draw the bottom of his mustache. We're going to draw a line that comes down and then curves up. Good. And then on this side, on the top, we're going to draw an S curve. Watch this. We come down and then back up right at the end. Looks like a fish.
Fish. Fishy.
There you go. And then we can color in his mustache. Now let's repeat that same step on the other side. We'll draw this side that comes down and curves back up. And then we can draw the top of his mustache. It goes up, down, and then curves back in, an S curve. And then we'll color that in. Okay, now let's draw his beard. We're going to draw a zigzag line right here to connect one side over to the other.
Looks like it's in his mouth.
Yeah, it does. I know. But nutcrackers have these crazy mouths that get really big so you can put the nut in there. Okay, let's color in the bottom part of his beard. Okay, now we're going to give him some hair. We're going to draw a curve that comes down. And then we're going to draw a zigzag line that connects down to the bottom, his shoulder. And let's repeat that same thing on the right side. We'll draw a curve that comes down and then a zigzag that connects to his shoulders. Now let's add a little detail to his hat. We're going to draw a V right here at the top of his hat. And then I'm going to draw a diagonal line that connects to the side of his hat. On this side, and a diagonal line over here on this side. Perfect. Okay, let's add some details on his jacket. We're going to draw an X. Draw one line, and I'm going to draw another line right next to it. Okay, and then we're going to draw the X. We're going to draw two lines going the other way. Perfect. And then let's draw another X below this one. Two lines. Yes, and then two lines going the other way. Okay, let's repeat that on the other side of his jacket. Draw another X, two lines, and then two lines going the other way. Yes. Whoa, that's a big one. I like it. No, that's okay. All right, and then two lines going this way. And then two lines going back the other way. Perfect. That looks really good. Okay, we can add more. Let's add another detail down here in the bottom of his jacket. Let's add an A shape. It goes up and back down.
Down.
Up and down. And then I'm going to add another line on each side of the A. Good. Now let's add some details on his sleeves. We can add two lines for his shoulder. And I'm going to add two lines on this side too at the same time. And then we can add a line down here for the bottom of his sleeve. And then let's give him boots. We're going to give him... Oh, wait, we need shoes. Boots. We should have drawn these at the beginning.
Yeah.
We'll draw a line right here for his shoes. His feet. Okay, and then we're going to add the boots. So we'll add a rainbow line on each leg for his boots. We did it, Hads. I think that looks really cool. I like all of the details. You did a great job. Okay, what should we do next?
Color him.
Yes, he's going to look way cooler if we color him. So we'll put our marker off to the side. We've got colored pencils we're going to use. And this part we're going to fast forward so you guys at home can pause it if you're still following along with us, if you want to match the same coloring that we're doing. You ready to fast forward?
Yeah.
Let's do it right now. Hats, you did awesome. I love your Nutcracker. You did a great job on coloring him. Did you have a lot of fun?
Yeah.
You promise?
Yeah.
Now you guys at home can pause the video to match the coloring that we did. Or you can use your imagination and your own creativity to color the Nutcracker your own way. Mm-hmm. Now it's okay that our drawings look different, right?
Yeah.
Because what's the most important thing?
To have fun.
Yes, to have fun. Remember, if your drawings don't look exactly like ours, it's okay. In fact, I hope they look different. I hope you use your own creativity to make your Nutcrackers look unique. Also, remember to practice, and we'll see you later, our friends. Goodbye.